Hi there. Do you like collecting things? I do. I love collecting cards, such as sports cards and character cards. In total, I managed to collect 364 sports cards, but I gave 87 to my friend for his birthday. So I'm going to work out how many sports cards I have left and show you how to subtract using columns at the same time. Let's go. To find out how many sports cards are left, I have to subtract 364 minus 87. To begin, I write the first number, 364. Then I write the second number by lining up the ones, the tens, and the hundreds. Since there are no hundreds in the number 87, I leave the space blank. Once I've written down the numbers, I can subtract them. I always subtract the ones first. 4 minus 7. 4 is smaller than 7, so I regroup a 10. I have 5 tens left. I transfer the 10 to the ones column, which now gives me 14 ones. I can now subtract the ones. 14 minus 7 equals 7. I write 7 as the answer for the ones. I now subtract the tens. 5 minus 8. Since 5 is smaller than 8, I have to regroup 100. I have 2 hundreds left. I transfer the regrouped 100 to the tens column, which gives me 15 tens. I can now subtract the tens. 15 minus 8 equals 7. I write 7 as the answer for the tens. I'm now at the hundreds. Since 2 minus 0 equals 2, I write 2 as the answer. And that's it. I have 277 sports cards left. I have another calculation to do with you. I also gave my friend 35 of my 100 character cards. I want to know how many cards I have left in this collection. I have to subtract 100 minus 35. To start, I write the number 100. Then I write the second number, lining up the ones, the tens, and hundreds. The number 35 does not have 100, so I leave the space blank like this. I subtract the ones. 0 minus 5. Since 0 is smaller than 5, I must regroup a 10. Because the digit in the tens position is 0, I cannot regroup any from here, so I have to regroup 100. I now have 0 hundreds left. I regroup the 100 to the tens column. Because I now have 10 tens, I can finally regroup a 10. I have 9 left. I transfer the regrouped 10 to the ones column, which gives me 10 ones. I can now subtract the ones. 10 minus 5 equals 5. I write 5 under the line for the ones. I then subtract the tens. 9 minus 3 equals 6. I write 6 under the line. I've reached the hundreds. Since I regroup the 100 from the number 100 into tens, there are no hundreds to subtract. So I have nothing to write in the hundreds position in the answer. That's it. I have 65 cards left in my favorite collection. Now, you can subtract in columns using regrouping too. I challenge you to find the answer to 120 minus 45. It's your turn.